It's about culture, good vibes, and gathering around the table. Our culture is rich, our food is flavorful, and our people are friendly. When we gather around the table, we celebrate milestones, we laugh until we cry, and we create memories that last a lifetime. Good food brings people together. Food is love. It's comfort. It reminds us of our roots. Caribbean nations have long been celebrated for our food. The flavors are bold, the colors are vibrant, and the dishes are hearty. There's nothing quite like it because there is nothing quite like us. Welcome to the Caribbean Cookout Show. Hi, I'm Emily Frisch.
And I'm Stacey Barrett.
And welcome to the Caribbean Cookout Show. We have 6 different chefs who each represent a different Caribbean country coming together to highlight the beauty and culture of their nation through food, music, art, and unique traditions.
We're not only here to celebrate Caribbean culture, but we're here to gather around the table and share a meal and swap stories of the island life.
Welcome to the Caribbean Cookout Show. Curaçao is an island with a rich history and culture. The people of Curaçao are known for their friendliness and love of food. Curaçaoan cuisine is a blend of Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, African, and Indian influences. Today, we are looking forward to welcoming Helmy Smulders, representing Curaçao. Welcome, Chef Helmy, to the Caribbean Cookout Show. We're so happy to have you here, but I want to know, and everyone wants to know, why you decided to join us today.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. And I think this show is a great opportunity to showcase Caribbean cuisine, so I'm delighted to be here. Yes, I moved to the island 23 years ago. I'm originally from Holland, that's where I grew up. I went to the island, I was looking for a different lifestyle. I arrived and I never left. I fell in love with the island life, with the people, with everything, eventually the food as well. Initially, I went to law school and I graduated as well. So when I first arrived on Curaçao, I was working as legal counsel. But it turned out I didn't have a passion for the law, but I had a passion for food and for cooking. And one evening I was having dinner with a friend and she was also bored with her job, and we had a couple of glasses of wine and we thought, why not start a catering business? So we started cooking from our own kitchen at home next to our daytime jobs. And in the end I resigned from my legal job and started my cooking career. And it really took off, and here I am 18 years later as the Caribbean chef. To be here on this show is it's amazing.
So tell us more about what you're going to cook for us.
Well, I'm specialized in modern Caribbean cuisine. So I'm a chef in Curaçao. So I bring a bit of Curaçao to the plate and a bit of myself. So the main ingredient is lion dish, and I'm going to play around with some local ingredients.
Well, I cannot wait to see what you do with lionfish. Let's go to the kitchen.
Let's go.
Welcome, chef, to your paradise. This is the kitchen.
Looks beautiful.
So, oh wow, that's the lionfish then.
Yes, that's the lionfish I'm going to cook with today.
That is amazing.
It's
Look at the
beautiful,
teeth
huh?
on this thing. Wow, 4 rows of teeth.
Yeah, it's gonna bite you. No, it's a beautiful fish, but like I mentioned earlier, it's an invasive fish. They don't belong in the Caribbean, and they spread really quickly. Starting in Florida, they don't. Yeah, there's different theories why it started, but the fact is they spread very quickly over the Caribbean, and they pose a threat to the underwater world because they eat the fish that keep the reefs clean.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so sometimes even when you clean them, you find a whole baby fish in the belly. It's pretty amazing. But the good news is they're very tasty, so we say eat them to eat them. And you just need to know the way to clean them properly because of these spines. You don't want to get yourself hurt.
1000%. Well, I can't wait to see what you create with this fish. I can't wait to taste it. And I'm going to leave you to it.
Okay.
To your work, to your craft.
Thank
and I'll
you.
check on you later.
See you in a bit. The dish that I'm cooking for you today is a bit of me and a bit of Curaçao. So I brought some traditional recipes. One of them is funchi hassa, which is like a fried cornmeal. It's a staple in our cuisine. It's very tasty. I can't get enough of it. but I twisted the recipe, the traditional recipe, a little bit. And I also brought pica, which is our local hot sauce. Like we have the Caribbean, every island I think has its own hot sauce, and we have pica. Pica means spicy in Papiamentu, and it is spicy. And if you go to a local restaurant, you always find a jar of pica on the table. We don't put that much spice in the food, but we put it on the food. And besides that, the main ingredient is lionfish. I don't know if you heard about lionfish, but it's also a favorite ingredient of mine because there's a special story to it. It was a tartare of lionfish with smoked papaya foam. I don't know if you ever tried to smoke fruit, but it works out really well with some fruits. I really like to smoke papaya and mango, for instance, also very tasty. So I made the foam with smoked papaya. I made a seaweed crisp. I made it with tapioca pearls. Tapioca is made from yuca. Yuca is also a staple in Caribbean cuisine and South American cuisine. And I used our local sea purslane. It's called banana de reef, which means reef banana. There's this small, it's like a succulent plant. It grows onshore, everywhere close to the sea. So it's very tasty. It's crunchy and salty. And I really like to use it in my dishes. So I used some raw sea purslane to garnish, but I also used some sea purslane to make a sea purslane oil. And with the oil, I made a cream. And I think that's it. Oh no, there's more. Because I used papaya, I had some papaya seeds as well from the ripe papaya. And I don't know if you ever tasted the seeds, but they're also edible and have a really nice flavor. It's like radishy, like a bit peppery. So I used some papaya seeds to garnish the dish.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hi there.
What's going on here?
I'm finishing my smoked papaya foam.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How do you make it look so foamy?
Well, actually, it's gonna go in this canister with
Oh,
some
and you're
extra
gonna
air,
pipe it on.
and then it's gonna be really airy.
That's
and
so
foamy.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, and it's very good. It's very interesting.
Wow.
The smoke with the fruit.
amazing.
Yeah,
Smoky and fruity. I like
exactly.
it. So while you were piping this up, we came up with, a little plot twist to throw your way, just to make it more fun, more interesting.
Really?
So I'm gonna introduce Chef Justin. Come on out here. And he's gonna explain to you exactly what this plot twist is all about.
Hi, Chef.
Hello.
Look what I brought you.
Oh my God.
Florida avocados.
Beautiful.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Yes, beautiful.
Delicious and healthy.
Ah.
Grown right here in the state of
You're
Florida.
being very sweet, actually,
Yeah.
creaming avocados.
Well, good.
I expected something far worse.
Oh, no, this is wonderful.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so you can incorporate this into your recipe.
Yes, definitely.
I'm going to put these here. Yeah. Would you like to take them?
Yeah,
Thank you, Chef.
sure. My secret ingredient, the avocado, it blended in really well with everything, with my whole dish. So I decided to make an avocado cream, and I used that as the base of my dish to put in the tartare of lionfish. So I was very happy I got the avocado from Chef Justin.
Oh, it's so good.
Pretty good, huh?
Oh, wow.
It also works well with mango. You can make smoked mango.
The smokiness
sauce out of
is amazing in this.
And the spice that comes in
Yeah,
at the
it's so
end.
good.
Sweet on the front and then spice on the end.
Wow, I can't
Delicious,
wait to
Chef.
see what you do with the sauce. I'm super excited. Well, we're gonna leave you to it.
Okay, thank you. And thanks
you in a
for the avocado.
You're very welcome.
One of the things that makes Curaçao special, it's not your typical bounty island. So you won't find like long beaches with palm trees and everything. It's gonna be like, there's small, small beaches within the rocks. It's kind of a dry island, so we have a lot of cacti. Which I also cook with, of course. There's opportunity. I see food everywhere. Yeah, so that makes it interesting. You don't go there to just lie under a palm tree. If you're looking for adventure, you can go off-road. You can go like canoeing, and there's a lot of outdoor activities as well. Like I said, I incorporate different things in my food. I see food everywhere, even if I'm just in the street where I have my kitchen. There is tamarind trees, there's mango trees, there's palm trees with coconuts. There's a lot of edible flowers. Hardly anyone knows that we have edible flowers on the island, but there's a lot. We have a lot of moringa trees. The leaves are used for tea, and the flowers are used also edible and quite fragrant. So I What I like to do is make like a liqueur out of it. So I steep them in water and I add some syrup. And then I use the liqueur for, like, for instance, for a moringa dessert. No, I just, like I said, I play around in the kitchen and then the ideas just pop up.
The nation of Guyana is located on the mainland of South America, with beautiful rainforests, a love for calypso music infused with a deep culture that is influenced by the Caribbean. The people of Guyana are known for their warmth and love of food. Guyanese cuisine is a blend of African, East Indian, Amerindian, Portuguese, and Chinese influences. We are excited to greet our second chef today, cooking for Guyana, Chef Natasha Alicock. Welcome, Chef Natasha, to the Caribbean Cookout Show. We're so incredibly happy to have you here with us today, but tell us more about why you decided to join us.
So I feel like it's an honor to be part of the show. Like, the show is basically opening up or just giving us a window into the Caribbean culture, other than the hodgepodge shows that you see out there, the one-offs. This show seems that it has the potential of just celebrating all of us and putting us out there on that stage so that people understand that the Caribbean is more than just a sunny place to go. So Guyana's influences come from the 6 different, I would say, cultures, or 6 different countries basically that make it up as far as culture. The original people were the Amerindians, and then after that were the African slaves that were brought over. But when that ended, they brought in indentured people from India, China, and Portugal. So it's also influenced heavily by the Latin American countries that surround it as well. So it's just a multitude of different cultures, languages, foods, everything just makes up Guyana.
Well, I decided to join the show because I think it was a great opportunity to highlight my culture, my Guyanese culture, and our food, to share it with the rest of the world, and to just, bring a taste of home here.
That's amazing. Tell us more about what you're actually going to cook for us today.
So I'm going to do a fried red snapper with spinach and a curried pumpkin with dal and a really flavorful jasmine rice to bring in my Indian and Chinese heritage.
All you had to say was rice. Let's go to the kitchen.
Wonderful.
Welcome. This is where the magic happens and where you'll create your amazing dish.
Oh wow, it's lovely.
Yeah, what do we think?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm so excited to get started.
And tell me a little bit about what you're making again.
So I'm making something that is inspired by my mom that I grew up eating. So we have a fried snapper over a bed of jasmine rice. We have some curried pumpkin, spinach, and fried plantains, and it's finished with a tamarind guava glaze. That's a hint of spice to it as well. It's gonna be amazing.
I love that. Good food and an amazing background story. So I'll leave you to it. Good luck. I can't wait to taste your food.
Thank you so much. So what I'm making for you today is a combination and representation of my cultures. So we're doing a fried red snapper that has a really yummy green seasoning marinade that has some Spanish influences with cilantro. And then we're doing a dal that has Indian influences with coriander and cumin seeds. Then we're going to do a spinach. And the spinach also has the Indian influences with the coriander and cumin. And the last, we have a curried pumpkin, which we pull all the Indian curries, the masala, everything into that. And definitely it's gonna have some spice. We're finishing it off with a mango chutney. We're also going to do this amazing pepper that my nieces make. It's called TKC pepper, but it's a Guyanese Liberian fusion that I brought for you guys to try. It's amazing on everything. We kind of eat it by itself as a condiment, but then I also have like a nice other pepper. So basically you have your peppers, your spices, and all fresh ingredients to go with this wonderful dish. Oh, and I forgot the yummy jasmine rice. So me as a chef, I am fine dining, model turned chef, and for me, food is like art on a plate, and I just love it. Whenever I cook for people, my clients, it's just something that I enjoy completely. It's an artistic outlet that I have, and I tell everyone that everyone has an artistic outlet. This is mine.
Whoop, whoop. Guyana is in the house.
Hello, hello.
I don't know how I know. It smells so good. I can already smell the flavor from here. What's going on? What's marinating with
Right
the fish?
now we have the snapper from Florida that we have marinated in a green seasoning, and it has some of the Spanish influences like culantro, some habanero. We have lots and lots of spices. It's going to be so flavorful and delicious.
I can already tell.
And we're
but
going to deep fry this.
fry. That's my love language. But I couldn't help but notice the plantains. Back in
Absolutely.
Haiti, we have bun and pizze, which is like fried plantains. Is that what you're gonna make?
Yes, we are.
I'm happy.
I think it's a staple of the Caribbean.
Of course, it's literally like we're the same but different.
Yeah, it's our common language.
And I really love it. And I can't wait to try your food. So I'm gonna leave you to it. Good luck.
Thank you so
Can't
much.
wait. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
So for me, Guyana has always been something that is more like a fantasy because I left when I was 8 years old, but I had the chance to finally go back when I was 19, and it was so lovely. I got to see family that I have never met before, and just to experience the nature and lots of forests, lots of rivers, land of many waters. So that's one of their trademark names. But it was such a beautiful experience. And the people there, the culture, the food, everything was so delicious and amazing. Well, my family is a hodgepodge or mixture of so many races, cultures, people, and they're just near and dear to my heart. My dad's side of the family is from Linden, and they're more, I would say, Asian, European, more Amerindian native, like native to South America, which is the Amerindian. And my mom's side is from India, and so they have all of that culture and history brought both of them there. And they're just really loving, warm, caring, like family.
What's going on here?
Hi, how are you? Welcome
I'm
back.
good, yes. I'm checking up on you. What's going on here? What are you making?
I'm actually making the dal, the spinach, pumpkin, and we're going to finish off with the fried plantains. The snapper is done. Everything's ready to go.
You know what? I asked what dal was, and they told me that it was chickpeas.
Yes, it's, well no, it's yellow split peas.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Chickpeas is what we call chana, and that's used to make something completely different.
Oh wow. Well, that's super interesting. But I'm here to announce something even more interesting. A little plot twist for you here.
Uh-oh.
So I'm introducing Chef Justin from Fresh from Florida. And
Hi
what is he
there.
bringing?
there!
How are you?
Wonderful.
Look what I brought. Fresh from Florida, tomatoes grown right here in Florida.
Those look lovely.
Brought these for you to incorporate into your dish. This is our secret ingredient of the day. Fresh
They
for
look
you.
So amazing.
Got an easy idea of how you're gonna incorporate these into your dish?
Absolutely. That
Nice.
goes right into my African-inspired spinach.
I love it. I love it.
Easy.
Well, we're gonna leave you to it.
Okay. Thank you so
Get
much.
to chopping.
Got this,
I'll see you
Chef.
soon.
All right. Thank you.
So the thing that I get, or that get misconstrued a lot, is that people have the perception that Guyana is not part of the Caribbean. And because technically we're not an island, we have adopted all of the culture, the food, just everything that is Caribbean is Guyana. Because we were colonized and it was a British colony, a lot of that has been adopted. We're almost as similar to Trinidad as possible, but our foods do vary slightly because of the different races that we have, the 6 different races that make up Guyana. I'll be presenting along Curaçao, and I find that it's a great honor because I don't know much about Curaçao, and it'll be a great experience for someone of the Caribbean to experience someone else's culture, just like the rest of the show is about to show everyone else.
The act of cooking and eating is one of the most ancient and intimate things we do as human beings. In Caribbean cultures, food is more than just sustenance. It's a way to connect with our heritage, our families, and our community. To us, the most powerful thing to do is to pull up a chair with contestants and judges alike to share the food that we love. Welcome everyone to the Caribbean Cookout Show. Honestly, I'm so happy to have all of you beautiful women next to me, but my first question is, are you guys ready to eat? Yes! I know I am. Come out, chefs, we want to see you. Let's go. Wow. Let us see what you have here. Show us your plates. Let's see the plating. Wow. What are you guys thinking? Beautiful. Gorgeous.
I'm thinking I can't wait no longer.
So Chef Heidi, tell us a little bit more about your plate. What did you make us?
Well, I'm Chef Helmi. I'm from Curaçao. So I brought a little bit of Curaçao to the plate and a little bit of me, like I mentioned at the start of the show. So it's a tartare of lionfish. It has a seaweed crisp. Underneath it has some smoked papaya foam. I brought some local sea purslane from Curaçao. I made a cream with it. I got my secret ingredient, which was avocado. So I made a nice avocado crème with it, which is underneath. I made some funchi hasa, which means fried polenta chips, basically, which are the yellow circles here. And it has some edible flowers. We have a lot of edible flowers on the island that hardly anyone knows about. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring those and I couldn't find them here, but we found some somewhere. They're not Caribbean, but they look very pretty. And some crispy skin from the lionfish as well.
Nice.
What about you, Chef?
So I'm Chef Natasha and I'm from Guyana. And this is one of our traditional dishes that I grew up eating that my mom makes. So we have a fried snapper, that's a Florida product, with a spinach, with also tomatoes that are Florida product, a curried pumpkin, dal, fried plantains on a bed of jasmine rice, with some fried parsley and fresh lemons, finished with a tamarind guava glaze.
And I'm sure that everybody needs a better look, so let's pass it
Absolutely.
around. I want to see your beautiful
Oh my
dishes.
goodness,
Of
course. It's a little heavy.
Beautiful, beautiful
I
presentation.
can't just stare at it.
really more.
Smells better together.
Yes.
Don't keep it for you.
Yours is like heavy.
It's very heavy.
Are these capers? Guava seeds.
Yes, those are papaya seeds.
I said the same thing. I thought they were capers. She
I've
told me
never
that.
seen guava seeds that huge.
No, they're
No,
papaya
papaya.
seeds.
Oh, papaya
I
seeds.
want one of that tartar alone.
I don't know.
Share that
If
tartar.
it comes back to you, just keep it.
She smoked with the papaya, and then she made it into a cream that she put in this canister that she shook. It's
wow. To
tastes
foam it, to
insane.
create a
foam
foam.
it, and then she put this spice in the sauce. That was amazing. Oh my god! So when you guys taste this,
Mouth is watering. Mouth is watering.
This isn't something you find at a restaurant. This is like
Yeah.
beyond that.
chefs, you guys have been standing here long enough. Come join us. Come sit. It's time to eat. So we're gonna do this family style, you know, putting all the food in one plate and just enjoying this amazing food that the chefs prepared for us today. So let's bring it. Let's bring everything on. Let's go. Cheers, y'all. Cheers to life. Cheers to being a woman of excellence. Cheers.
You got it?
Oh my God, the Lord Jesus.
They put the right things in front
Just
of
leave
you.
it right there.
Yo,
They
like,
put the plantain and the rice.
no, but shit, this is
all Guyana right here.
Okay.
We have all the
okay. So, one more. Give your girl some more.
Let's see that.
Tráeme donde está.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Carla, you want plantain?
Yes. Thank you. You can give me one more. I will do that.
Right, I know. I want one more of mine too.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Abby, you want plantain?
Yes, please. Give me a second.
How many you want? Two? So avocado cream, edible flowers.
Yes, two is good. Thank you.
And I'm submitted. All the way from Curaçao. Anyone else want plantain?
We got to know a lot about our amazing chefs, but we want to know about our tasters. Like, what did you guys think? I want to know exactly all of the explosion of flavor that we just witnessed and experienced. So
Should we
let's
start
start.
at the top?
Let's start at the top. Let's start at the top. What did you think?
Well, I thought that all of the dishes were wonderful, and I just want to,
touch on something that was said. Even though I was born in the States, you know, my mother pounded into me that my culture from Trinidad and Tobago is so important. So the meshing of the tamarind and the hot and the sweet is something that we all can relate to in all of our islands, no matter what. And at this table filled with women, I just want to pay homage to those of us who our parents came to this country. There was an author that says how our parents, our immigrant parents, gave up their American dream to give it to us.
Yes.
But yet they knew that to keep us grounded, knowing about our culture was so important. And I will thank my mom till the end of days, for her knowing that even being in this big, beautiful country, that my heart and soul needed to know where my home was.
That's amazing.
So this meal was just everything that they dreamed of, right?
Yeah.
Us sitting here
Together.
with these successful women, successful all in our own right. This is the new Caribbean story that we're living, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for tonight. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you.
Wow, that's great.
That's beautiful.
Am I gonna have to follow that? Jesus. Well, everything she said, I'm not going to. But you know, it's very interesting that in the diversity that's in the table, despite what connects all of us, which is certain ingredients, great beaches, great tans, love of spice, and so on and so forth, it was great to see, even in these dishes, not only what connects me to Haiti to it, but also breaking down what connects the parts of your country to you. That even if I haven't been to Guyana, I've been to Curaçao, that without being to having gone to Guyana, I feel like I see where Guyana is going. I see the different types of flavors there. Just like tasting the lionfish from Curaçao, I was like, wow, that feels so familiar and fresh and light and very similar to various dishes that are from Haiti. And that's really the feeling I'm getting from it, right? Because we have all these similar ingredients, essentially, if you think about it. We've got fish, we've got oil, we've got ghee or butter, we've got our vegetables, we've got our spinach, we've got our rice. But how everyone prepares it and the emotional or familial or historical connection that we have to each ingredient is so incredibly unique. And that's really the beauty of it. We have rice and beans in Haiti. I've had rice and peas in Jamaica. But yellow split peas with tamarind with that's a whole different other vibe, you know? And it really represents also the diversity that we see here at the table, our accents, our looks, our styles, our dress, our bloodline. And it traces back to where our history comes from, right? Whether it's coming from Portuguese and Portugal and Cameroon, or whether it's Nigeria and England, and of course we can't forget, you know, as long as I think Haitians and the Guyanese have the Arawaks as our Arawak descendants. So regardless of the mix, we are rooted in so much of the uniformity of this thing that makes us Caribbean, that makes us this warm-weathered, hot-blooded, and as my father used to say, Caribbean women are part gunpowder and part brown sugar. I love that! And that is the vibe that is going on this table, and I'm here for it. And thank you so much, chefs, for putting this together.
Beautiful.
Well said.
You are next.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking the
All right,
questions.
well, I'm here to represent for Jamaica and also Cuba, because I have both heritages in me. And what I find the most interesting, and I'm married to a Trinidadian, and so my whole house is Caribbean, but we're both first-generation Americans. And for us, you know, I find that being a first-generation American, we're kind of stuck in this like middle land of where we're not truly of our parents' culture, because I'm not truly Jamaican because I wasn't born in Jamaica, although I have a Jamaican passport, but still, and I can speak Patois fluently, and but also I'm not fully American because I didn't grow up eating American breakfast. You know, Chef, you talked about breakfast. Breakfast for me was ackee and saltfish, banana and dumpling, kalaloo, which your spinach reminded me of our kalaloo. And that's why I asked you, you know, one of the major arguments that I've had in my house with a Trinidadian and his family was the difference between kalaloo and callaloo, which in the Trinidadian culture, callaloo is spinach mixed with okra, and it's made differently with coconut milk and where. Right, so it's very different. And then when I had your spinach, it tastes similar to our callaloo, and that's the first thing I asked you is, how did you make it? Like, what did you do? Because it tastes very similar, but I know it's a different leaf, and a lot of people don't recognize that. And the beauty of all of our cultures is just like what us Jamaicans always say: we're little but we're talawa. We're small but we're tough, we're big. All of our islands, we're not massive islands, but look at the influences that we've had internationally. We have touched so many people, and it's a lot of it has to do with our food, because our food speaks to so many people, because it's a blend and it's a mesh of all of our cultures. And it's, again, just showing how beautiful we are. If you look at this table, all of us are so uniquely beautiful and individual because we're a mix. And the only thing that really differentiates all of us is where a ship stopped.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm just very thankful to be here. The food was amazing. I mean, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing in the kitchen. Now I'm like reevaluating all my cooking skills. So I can't wait. I hope a book is out, or you teach us, you take us back in that kitchen and show me how to do it. Especially that spinach. I mean, everything here was amazing. The lionfish, something I've never had lionfish before. So thank you for introducing me to that. And thank you for having me here today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I guess it's my turn.
Yes,
I, you know, we like said, I'm piggybacking off of what everybody said, but being a Haitian, the thing that connects us, like we said, the beans and rice, we've had it. We all have had our version of it, but this, I've never really had Guyanese food, you know. So this was a real treat for me, because I was like, wow, this is like the flavors, everything, like the way you fry the fish, the pumpkin, the mixture, the rice, the texture. You know, rice, you know, Haitians are kind of undefeated, low-key. I'm just... Is that right? Went on. Right. This dish, when she said she was making lionfish, I was like, I thought she said, I was like, lion's mane? Or you doing a mushroom? Okay. I had to look it up. I was like, who even thinks to eat this fish? This looks like it should be in pink. That fish, it's insane. And what are these flowers again? These are from Curaçao?
No, unfortunately not. I couldn't find any local flowers, but no, it's, I don't know.
This fish flower.
I mean, everything was just so, I've never had food from either country, so this was like a super treat. Amazing.
We are so grateful to have shared this with you.
Yeah.
For me, being at this table, like, you're all from a Caribbean island and living in the US, and I'm from Holland, living in the Caribbean. So yeah, so but I found my new home in the Caribbean, and I love it. I love the island life. I love the food. I love everything about it, and I'm honored actually to be cooking. I'm calling myself, and sometimes I feel, oh, how can I call myself Caribbean chef? But I've been living in the Caribbean for 23 years, and I live it, I breathe it, and I hope together, especially with this show, we can like showcase the Caribbean kitchen and take it to the next level.
You have the Caribbean spirit.
Thank you.
For anything, I'd like to say thank you to both of you. I think this was a phenomenal experience. I think one of the things I'm the most proud of is being a Caribbean woman, a woman from the Caribbean, and being from Haiti. I always thought we were the champions of the food game, but I'm learning every day that different cultures have different flavors, and like they all said, I think they said everything, but we all use the same flavors and we use the same ingredients, and to see each plate served so differently and taste so differently is amazing, and the connectiveness is so beautiful. So thank you for this experience, and yeah, I'm so excited to taste New Culture's food as well.
Thank you.
So Natasha. Yes. Very flavorful. Everything was perfect. I've had Guyanese food for years and very, very fragrant. The rice was fragrant. Everything was good. You, very good. The lionfish, fresh, which I know lionfish tastes like lobster a little bit. It kind of favors lobster. But what you did with it was amazing. The smoke foam. What kind of
papaya?
Oh my God, that was so good. And what was that on top? Look, she's eating some now. So that fresh seaweed gave a little saltiness to it too. That was amazing, and your presentation was amazing. I loved both dishes.
Thank you. Excellent.
So, hello. Your food reminded me that I dated someone named Wilson from Guyana.
Okay.
In high school. No, but I love this guy so much. I remember. So kudos to you for that. And your food. Oh my goodness.
Who did you date from Curaçao?
So my favorite aunt is from Curaçao.
Oh.
Auntie Karen. I love her. And I went to school in Switzerland, which has a very heavy Dutch influence. I say Dutch. So I don't know if you get any of your like influence from that region, because it's like a little bit France, Italian, all this. But like, I sat down and smelled it together, and immediately I said it tastes better together. Yes. And like this experience, I'm like exploding inside. Like it doesn't matter where I'm from all of you, and I love it. I love the food, I love the culture, the diversity, and the experience of just blending. I'm so grateful to be here with all of you. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me about Wilson. Like, this has been so dope. And this is what life is about. Because I forgot.
Girl, I ain't mentioned Maya.
I self-selected myself to live in Trinidad.
No.
And
This episode is called Wilson.
I will be taking a plate home so I don't have to feed my little boyfriend. I won't have to cook tonight. But I want to say thank you because it was really, really good. Amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So if I talk to her like this, and another ask me what's dinner.
All right. We understand.
All right.
We understand, but the camera might not.
So I want to start with Elmi with your dish. I feel like I've went against everything my father taught me, because in Rotan you are not allowed to eat lionfish because it poison and I kill you. You are not allowed to. But it was amazing, and I can't wait to rub it in my dad's face that it didn't kill me. And I didn't date anybody named Wilson, but your food definitely, like, it was everything was. It felt like, it was homey. You know when you go somewhere and you just like, you don't feel like you're traveling, you just feel like you're home.
Wilson was homey.
Yes, girl. Yes. Oh my God. It was really cheers to Wilson for real. But it was really good. I don't eat, I'm sorry to disappoint everybody, but I don't eat spicy food like that.
She tried it.
Yeah, but I tried what was it that I tried?
So it is a Liberian Guyanese pepper. That my niece is making.
Yeah, I tried it, and nobody saw me over here choking, but like I was dying. I was definitely dying. Like I was burning up inside, but it was worth it, and everything was absolutely amazing. And you guys, I'm grateful to have tasted this with you. And I know you mentioned the similarities between the Haitians and the Guyanese, that you guys have the Arawak, and I just want to go ahead and mention that Garifuna people too are Arawak. Yes. So, and my best friend is Haitian, so we hit it off like right away. So our ancestors were like, y'all go ahead and get together. Exactly. We family anyway.
Yes.
So I always feel right at home with Haitians, because Haitians have so much comparison. Like we compare so much with Garifuna people, from the food, from the attitude, from the dialects, certain things that you say. Like, when we found out that when my best friend and I found out that like mumu and musuete was like the same thing, and it was just like, you know, we hit it off. And I love Haitian food.
Oh, girl.
It's finally your turn.
Yes. So officially, I'm representing Fresh from Florida, but you know, my roots are actually Trinidad and Tobago also. But yeah, so it was important for us to be a part of this because, you know, Florida is also, I feel like it's a little part of the Caribbean because we're all here. We're all here. Like all these different cultures are here in Florida. So like Florida does have that influence, like, and I see like the Florida influence in your dishes with the snappers, and I felt like it was really important for us to be a part of this partnership. And but to both chefs, you guys were amazing. The food was great. And touching on my Trinidadian heritage, the Guyanese food, like I've never officially had Guyanese food, but you guys are right there, right across the sea. And your food really took it back home for me with the tamarind and the dal and just everything. Like all the flavors were really good, and I really did. I felt like I was at home. I felt homey when I was eating your food. I really did. And lionfish, I've never had lionfish before. This is my first time. It was, the way you made it was spectacular. It was absolutely spectacular. So I do want to thank you both for everything that you've done. And yeah, I felt like Florida being a part of this was really important because we're all like we're all meshed together. Like we have all these different ingredients, but we have all the same ingredients, but we make it differently, or we call it something different. In Jamaica, you call it avocado a pear. We call it zabuka. And you know.
Zabuka. Oh my God, that's identical to Zabuka. Yo, is this Zabuka?
Yeah, and like for all of us to be in Florida and just like collectively embracing our cultures together, I felt like it was so important for Fresh from Florida to be a part of this. And I'm ready for season 2.
And I guess now I have to say a little something too. But piggybacking off of what you were talking about, zabuka, and how, like, you know, the words are similar to Haitian words, like languages. The polenta, the crispy polenta, we call it maï moulin.
Yeah.
And that's a staple. Like that's been, you know, from generation to generation. Maï moulin's been eaten. But then it's not crispy. It's like a creamy type substance.
Like polenta without the cheese.
Yeah.
Cornmeal.
And so yeah, so it's so similar, like just tasting the flavors, because I feel like Caribbean cuisine, it's so flavorful, and there's just so much. It's like a story on a plate.
Oh wow.
So it's like storytelling. So it's amazing to see where, like, how deeply rooted these flavors are, coming from, you know, everywhere around the world, because we're so influenced by the world and everything that was, you know, put on us in the Caribbean. How we've adapted all of those, and we've created these amazing dishes, right? So I'm so happy to have been a part of this experience and be with you amazing women, okay? And so, en tout cas, merci tout le monde que nous là. I'm kidding. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. It's been an amazing experience, and I'm so happy to have experienced this amazingness with you amazing women. So let's toast to us. Let's toast to the chefs for working all day for us. Cheers to Caribbean women! Food has power. The power to bring people together. The power to make us feel at home. The power to comfort us and bring us joy. In kitchens everywhere, mothers and fathers are teaching their children how to keep the heartbeat of their roots alive. Gather your loved ones, your neighbors. Live generously, share meals and hearts. Let your laughter be loud and your love be strong. So whether you're from the Caribbean or just love good food, we welcome you to our table.